Ye Wubin's 100 Lessons to Mastering Time Management. Lesson 47. Find your lifetime success factors. Hello everyone, my name is Ye Wubin from Neng. I am so happy to be with you now at 6 a.m. on the Ximalaya App. For those of you who have been following my lessons, welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome aboard. I am so happy to have you with us. Time is man's scarcest resource. Once it's used, it can never be regained. So if you're not using your time effectively, or if the time you are spending is only getting you further away from your dreams in life, then stay with me. Listen a while, and I'm confident I can help open your eyes to a new path that will get you closer to your dreams. I want to remind you there are 100 classes in this album, and every class lasts about 6 minutes. It is updated at 6 a.m. New York City time each morning. Do you remember the concept of high altitude living? Do you also remember how I told you we need to build long-term goals and focus on actions that work towards those goals each and every day? Remember, in the beginning you may not be able to construct meaningful long-term goals for yourself. Don't force yourself. Instead, focus on short-term goals first and then build on those goals. Create one-year goals as a starting point. I also talked about the dream board and how the Sudoku design can help you create goals that promote a balanced and purposeful life. Balance and long-term perspective are critical components of a purposeful life. Today I continue to share what it means to have well-balanced long-term goals which increase human value and promote happiness. I once took a class at Harvard University on happiness. The Harvard class asked the question, what should be the basis for life goals? What should be the basis for life goals? In other words, what should be the foundation and purpose of your goals? What should the goal strive to achieve? And the course gave a very clear answer. The Harvard course taught me that happiness and success are two different things. Happiness and success are two different things. See, success is not necessarily happiness, but happiness is always considered successful. Harvard University believes that we should not seek wealth, fame, and other similar goals because none of these will produce lasting internal happiness. Instead of creating goals that are distant and far beyond our current reach, choose step goals. Step goals are individual milestones on the way to a long-term goal. Think of it as steps along the way to a larger goal. So first of all, what is the goal of process or the idea of step goals? So Harvard University states that our goals should be core goals. Goals that help us grow, help us build interpersonal relationships, and contribute to society. These are 3 ways to accomplish core goals. Goals that help us grow, build interpersonal relationships, and contribute to society. If you invest in these 3 areas, you can acquire wealth and fame on the way. So let's look at these in more detail. First, we need to continue to grow. Second, we need to be nice to people around us. In other words, we need to develop our interpersonal relationships. And third, we need to expand our contribution and value to the community, that is, to strangers. Dale Carnegie said a person's success is 15% by capacity and 85% by interpersonal relationships. What that means is 15% of your ability to have success in life is from something that's inside of you. But most of it, 85%, is from how you deal with people around you. Having great interpersonal relationships provides a great contribution to strangers and society. In essence, what Carnegie says is the same concept as what Harvard University taught me. Many Chinese philosophers also talk about this topic. So what is philosophy? Philosophy is a system of thinking, and Chinese philosophy speaks of learning both sound in theory and practice. Learning that is both sound in theory and practice, both. So the 4 Chinese words used to construct this phrase mean internally to become saints and externally to become a king. The Tao Te Ching also says that we should cultivate or improve ourselves and regulate the family, country, and world. So how can we continue to grow? I have said several times before, we need deliberate and repetitive practice. If you can find one thing you like, then you can grow more continuously and rapidly than if you didn't have that kind of focus. Life does not consist in how many things you do, but doing some things, or one thing, very well. Master your craft. If you can find what you like, you'll repeat it continually. You'll develop your strengths and abilities in this aspect, and you will use this ability to serve other people. Even the originator of time management, the creator of it, Peter Drucker, when speaking about the purpose of business enterprises, said the purpose of an enterprise is to create customer needs, and the existence of enterprise contributes this to society. Similarly, if a person is alive, he must contribute to society. Now let's have a look at Harvard University's logic. I see it in 3 circles. First, we need to do happy things, because happiness is a feeling that can last. Desire cannot make us succeed, but happiness can prolong things and allow us to continue to grow. Second, in the end, happiness will help us to establish our own advantages. Third, having advantages is not for ourselves. Our more important mission is to meet the needs of others, to put ourselves aside, and to serve others, to have an existence that is meaningful to others and society. The above 3 points that I just mentioned, the factors of our success: happiness, advantage, and significance. If what you're doing is in the intersection of these 3 aspects, then congratulations. If you still do not know how to do this, please take out a piece of paper right now. Write down what makes you happy. Then write down your strengths. And finally, write down what you think is meaningful to others and what you can do. Draw these 3 circles and respectively mark happiness, advantage, meaningfulness. And then look at the things you wrote that fall into all 3 circles. Which of those things have happiness, advantage, and meaningfulness all at the same time? I did this exercise 5 years ago after reading the Harvard University Open Classes of Happiness. And then I realized that my 3-circle intersection was performance. I like to study performance, and I'm skilled in performance. But I also think that improving the effectiveness of others makes sense, and I was lucky enough to find my own 3-circle intersection. Of course, many friends may be temporarily unable to find it, so then what should you do if you can't find it? Well, I say to you, keep searching until you find it. I invite you to list what makes you happy. List your own advantages and list what you feel is meaningful. Then list more things and see which items intersect with all 3 elements. I truly hope that through this exercise, you too can find your own success factors. These audio lessons are translated by Neng's partner Cece and then recorded by her husband Justin. I wish you great success today. See you tomorrow.